This is a typical example of the cost control cycle in a typical restaurant situation. Now, initially, you've got the restaurant policy. This tells us who we're going for, who's our avatar, who's our niche market, what age group are they, what type of food do they like, is it a family type of restaurant, is it a romantic couple type of restaurant situation, is it a business type of restaurant policy? It could be several niche markets, but we're the main niche markets we're going for. It's a policy of who we're going for as a typical customer. Then we've got our menu. This is the choices available for each customer avatar. The food standards, like for example, if we were trying to set up like a 5-star restaurant, we wouldn't be having things like McDonald's hamburgers or Kentucky Fried Chicken type of meals, fast food stuff. Then on the other flip of the coin, you've got a situation where you walk into McDonald's, you don't expect to see lobster Mornay or filet steak. So it's just a matter of having the quality standards which are consistent with the restaurant policy. Then you've got a situation of determining the volume. Now, obviously, you can go on past history. There are also seasonal fluctuations. Maybe if it's a resort type place, it may have got more traffic and more clients in the busy part of the season, whether it be a beach location, obviously most likely in summer, a ski location, obviously in winter. And you may have periods of the year like Christmas, or you may have Father's Day, Mother's Day, certain times of the year which you tend to have higher volumes than others. And obviously low volume season where it could be when, if it's a city location, CBD location hotel, and you may go quiet over the Christmas school holiday period because all the families are away on holidays. So there's not many business people having lunch in the CBD location. Then you go about your purchasing. A selection of suppliers, having contracts with your suppliers, your purchase specifications, and you order the economic levels. You don't order too much so that there's stuff left over and possibly go off, and you make sure you've got enough so you don't run out. It involves every other functions that we talked about before, but you've got to order the right amount of stuff to make sure it's all fine and don't lose money and nothing goes to waste. Receiving the goods, you check the invoices for the quality and quantity we ordered. So you got the order compared to the invoice, they all match up. The quality seems fine, whether you have to get the chef from the kitchen to check out the quality, but you make sure it's all consistent with a hotel or restaurant policy, the food place you're working for. So you're not paying too much. Then once the goods arrived, you obviously got to put them away as soon as possible because you're dealing most of the time with perishables and they must be stored correctly in the right places, if they're frozen or refrigerated or dry goods in the storeroom. Make sure that they're nice temperature, they're dry conditions to suit the product, the food products we've got to have arrived in the premises. Production. Okay, then the time comes where we must produce our goods. So the kitchen staff come out and pick the items they want and the quantities they want. They take up the kitchen and they produce the quantities required for the operations for the day. Then the selling part of things. Obviously, the prices of our items must be acceptable to the clientele. Again, someone going to a fast food sort of place is not expecting to pay $50, $60 for a main meal. On the other hand, in a fine dining restaurant, you don't normally sell items such as $10 hamburgers sort of thing. So you make sure that the meals are sold correctly at the correct prices so that it stays within your food cost percentage. Make sure you're making money, not charging or overcharging your customers so that everyone's up to expectations. Then after all that's done, we've got to go measure everything. What is our actual food costs? Are we sticking to the volumes we predicted we're getting, whether up or down? How's it affecting our labor cost, our sales, and more importantly, what is our bottom line?